I know. The outposts can't come fast enough.
What do we do in the meantime?
Would they be willing to go back into stasis?
After what they've been through? You get to ask them.
I see your point. Just double them up in whatever quarters we have.
Easier said than done.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Still not used to the second voice yet.
An expedition to Eos in the Pythia system has discovered a mysterious facility that authorities are calling a vault.
Pathfinder.
A reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect. Arclucinia advises, stasis revival protocols are...
Good that you're here, Ryder. I found something while monitoring comms for the Nexus. Multiple attacks by people called the... They're hitting outposts and supply vessels. The really weird part is they seem aware of our operations, like they're getting intel.
Remember the last time you asked for help?
Swear on Vetra's favorite gun, I'm not lying or getting you to clean up my mess this time. I put a report. They keep saying they'll investigate, then they don't. You're the Pathfinder. If someone's betraying the Nexus, you have to do something about it.
If they seem to know our operations, that could spell trouble. Best to get to the bottom of it.
Thank you. I knew I could count on you. Best Pathfinder ever. I don't know where they hide, but I got the nav points for their most recent raids. Maybe the Tempest scanners figure out where they went.
Arcparchero advises that power consumption...
Where's that
is
release? It
nominal.
was supposed to be in my... Thanks for your help with those receivers. Our signal's strong, and our message is clear.
Talk to you later, Davis.
I'll be here.
I'm sorry, Lana. They're just trying to boost our morale.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
An expedition to Eos in the Pythia system has discovered a mysterious facility that authorities are calling a vault. Though not much yet is known about the underground structure, it's believed to be remnant in origin. Noted Asari scientist, Helisaria Basale.
What we activated in the vault drastically improved the atmosphere on Eos.
Is HNS. An embassy has been established on Aya.
Welcome back.
Pathfinder, you have new...
What's all this stuff?
Equipment.
So
in here.
What's all this?
cool.
An embassy has been established on Aya, marking a future diplomatic for the initiative. A hostage crisis in hydroponics ended security moved protesters. Tensions reached a boiling point after protesters complained their families were being kept in stasis in favor of sleepers with political connections.
Advises, Bible protocols are proceeding.
Pathfinder?
How are we doing on the viability front?
Success, living up to...
I have info on a specific sleeper.
Did you forget the stink that playing favorites has already caused? Look, you're the... If you've an extended team, that's a request you can make. Access the sleeper records through Brekker's console. It's none of my business. Until you make it a problem for me. Understood?
Pathfinder, AVP leveling continues as per your directions. And of course, interface remains accessible for any future adjustments. Sweet protocol and process. Now we're living.
I have a specific person I want brought out of cryo.
Name and designation if available. Nowhere in my job description does it... That said, I record all interactions. If something you ask for causes trouble, there'll be no doubt that you're responsible.
I heard that the chief engineer on EOS went back into cryo.
There have been a few such requests. The first few months in Helios were disheartening.
Dromos is on track. Wait.
Chief Engineer Grace Lito, designation E97 Durango. Deployment will begin shortly.
Another time.
Pathfinder.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
The initiative has
Thank you for the Kadara nails. They didn't phase Kesh, but she liked it.
for comment, officials refuse to provide any details on the status of the Ark or its inhabitants. But they do confirm the Solarian passenger has died.
Efficiency is up.
Apex team leaders reporting back.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is not...
The Turian Ark has been found. Pathfinder, Mason Barrow, was reportedly killed shepherding the Ark planetside. Former Spectre Avitus Rix is now expected to assume the role of Pathfinder. This is HNS.
Good
Hey,
morning. Or is it evening?
But right now, I just under... It's such a mess. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
First things first. Tan sent a little gift for your positive message. I'd make the most of it. Today's a tough one. The Exiles. Probably the most live-wire topic for our leaders. Tuners at Kadara Port. Some think the Exiles are catered.
The Exiles have as many problems as the Initiative. Not every outlaw wants us dead.
Oh, it's almost heresy to hear that the Exiles are anything. Well, Exiles. Sorry, I have to cut this short. I need to prep for a meeting. My parents want to talk about the series. Maybe they'll be willing to go on camera.
Please report any suspicious activity to security representative.
I stopped an unauthorized shipment to Kadara. Important stuff. Rations, tool cells, you name it. With anyone stealing a delivery. If you could keep an eye out for suspicious placed packages, I'd appreciate it.
I'll see what I can do.
Great. Stolen supplies haven't been pressed, so Sam should be able to protect them.
Hi, I'm Gian Garza, founder of the Initiative. Welcome to the Nexus. We asked Gian Garza send a few dollars...
Pathfinder, thank you for arranging my access to the Cultural Center. There's so much to study here. It would take a lifetime.
I'd enjoy that. All the reading. History, science, culture. Get back, settle into that corner over there.
No offense. Sorry.
Oh, sure. But when you get to Elcor Hamlet, I want to know.
Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation, isn't it?
Have you seen the display about...
Hi there. Thanks for stopping by. I'm a Krogan. Are you interested in hearing more about my people?
Okay.
Of course you are. But don't let that worry. It comes from living worse off, even as conditions.
I don't know. They're far from their homeworld.
Where do you come from?
But better.
An ugly rock called Tachanka. No sense lying. It's not a planet most people want in this nasty weather. But it gave us our identity. Forced us to adapt and evolve. Everything about us is built for survival. How many species do you know that have a pair of spare lungs just in case? Testicles.
What's Krogan history like?
Colorful, you might say. Growing up in our neighborhood, only the toughest survived. That usually meant a lot. You'll hear stories, so no sense covering it up. We once had a great society, but I'm ashamed to say, we squandered it. It's why a lot of Krogan are here in Andromeda now. They're the smart ones. The ones looking for peace and a fresh start.
How exactly?
Thanks for chatting. We're all looking forward to meeting our new neighbors.
Brother who makes ice drops.
This is an image of the seat of government for many civilized races in the Milky Way galaxy. Here, the Council deliberates on matters. It is a common citizen, eager to help those in need. As political institutions in the Milky Way, conflict is and the rule of the day.
On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center.
Welcome, Andromeda. People are known as Asari. It would be my pleasure to tell you about our kind. Very well. Asari are the oldest civilized race in the Milky Way galaxy. Among my people, diplomacy and cooperation are prized over war or conflict.
Where do you come from?
Asari come from a planet known as Thessia, which many consider the crown jewel of the Milky Way. It's a thriving world blessed with prosperity and peace, and the center of the largest economy in the galaxy. With the high concentration of element zero on Thessia, Asari evolved powerful biotic abilities. It is considered a hallmark of our species.
What history like?
Thousands of years ago, we played an important role in founding the Citadel Council, the seat of government for our home galaxy. In the ensuing centuries, Asari cooperation and collaboration. Many species look to us for leadership and guidance. Lifespan, sometimes reaching 1,000 years of age, patient and prefer long-term solutions over short-term gains. Farewell. We look forward to forging new bonds with friends in Andromeda. The wisdom you share is our reward.
The Nexus is a place of friendship. We're glad you could visit.
It's an honor to meet you, citizen of Andromeda. My people are the Turians. Privileged to tell you about them.
Okay.
Turians are a highly disciplined race who value service to others. No one places personal needs ahead of the greater whole. Public works serve it's our duty to...
Where do you come from?
Turians live on a planet known as Paladin. The atmosphere field shaped our evolution into the life today. Our signature character, the Harsi on Tyr, is actually... It protects us of Paladin's sun.
What's Turian history like?
The history of my people is proof that peace eventually wins out. Disagreements among species turned into friendships. When Turians first met, there was a misunderstanding between us that could have had disastrous consequences. But with patience and restraint, humans and Turians eventually joined together in a mutually beneficial partnership. We look forward to doing the same in Andromeda. The pleasure of meeting you has been mine. One that I hope other Turians will soon enjoy.
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly pieces. They're happy to answer.
Greetings, inhabitant of Andromeda. I'm a Solarian. I'd be pleased to tell you more about my species.
Okay.
Solarians are considered among the brightest scientific minds of the Milky Way. We're known for our quick thinking, technological savvy, and intellectual powers of deduction. Solarians originate from a world known as Surkesh, a tropical planet covered with oceans and rainforests. As an amphibious species, we're at home in Surkesh's lush jungle. With advancements, we can adapt to nearly any. We look forward to studying the wonders of Andromeda and the rich diversity our galaxy has.
What's Solarian history?
Operating with, we were the seas in the Milky Way to help Council. We also guided other species, such as the Krogan, to better channel their natural gifts towards worthy pursuits. Of science and intellect, it's been my... Rest assured, the people of Andromeda have nothing to fear.
Founder of... On behalf of the Nexus...
I'm a human being. Ask.
Okay.
Different skin colors or religious beliefs among our people. Yet we don't let this. We'd rather diversity rather than fight over it.
Come from?
Humans come to a beautiful blue world, peaks to deserts, oasis of biological diversity. Earth contains animal and plant species.
What's human history like?
Human people is we didn't discover spaceflight until much later. But what we lack in age, we make up for with enthusiasm and a pint of fellow travelers a few new trips. I'm glad you stopped by. Next time you see a human, it's one of the things we bring to Andromeda.
This is Ark Hyperion, one of several ships. A long voyage from the Milky Way galaxy to Andromeda. The thousands of colonists aboard have come in peace by their dream of a better life in your beautiful galaxy. We are all citizens of the universe, your friend. Arriving in Andromeda, you're they can call home. If you encounter an outpost, feel free to drop by and are eager to...
I walk around.
You.
The rich derived from the Milky Way galaxy.
All of our pathfinders, but it just help us out. Just talk, and it'll do the rest.
Thanks.
Of course.
The Nexus is a place of preparation that you could visit.
Set up for your information. I am programmed with all must identify which I should prioritize. First, select your preferred voice and opinion. Then, which aspect of the Pathfinder's role should be highlighted? Exploration and discovery or first contact with new species? Variable set. Next, should I emphasize the role of the partner AI?
The path.
Variable set. Finally, should I provide career advice?
I want you to give career advice.
Would you like to keep these set?
It all sounds good to me.
Thank you for choosing this Pathfinder information. Implementing changes.
This display describes our Pathfinders. The initiative's elite explorers.
And eager to learn.
Tell me about Pathfinders.
Pathfinders are often the first to encounter new species, making them first contact ambassadors. As well, everyone knows the initiative is peaceful.
Do Pathfinders...
Pathfinder has a team of talented specialists.
Someone usually become a Pathfinder?
The minimum requirements are surviving and military or scientific experience. Did submit your candidacy headquarters. Pathfinder on a hello.
Founder of the initiative. On behalf of the Nexus.
Hello again.
Thanks.
Of course.
We hope you'll enjoy learning about the rich diversity of people who have arrived.
The initiative has found Arian Park.
Attempt on that trip. Oh, that makes me happy. The thought of her out there with a target on her back. Someday she'll get hers.
Has died. Amid confusion and questions, the Nexus now braces
I don't like your attitude.
I'm not alone. That woman is despised. She did.
Sleep-starved residents.
These are stolen supplies. I'll alert the dock manager.
From the Nexus Commons has ended with the death of notorious hacker Catherine Nye, better known as Knight. Avena consoles across the station are now back online. Nexus Security reminds residents that tampering with the consoles is a serious offense. This is HNS.
Have you been to any of the planets yet?
Another cache of stolen supplies. Alerting the dock manager.
Then where are we going to live?
A bar opens on the Nexus. Visitors herald the vortex as a sign of civility, and the opposite of civility, as more sleepers wake in need of a drink. This is HNS.
Another cache of stolen supplies. Alerting the dock manager.
A violent illness related to cherry-like fruit brought back from Habitat 7 has authorities baffled. Multiple passengers are still in quarantine. This is HNS.
The use of firearms on the Nexus is against initiative regulations.
Camden might try for strawberry soon.
William Bender is the man
Terrence Sarah. Hi, I'm Jen Garth, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the Nexus. People and woke up with panic.
Interesting place, isn't it? Full of smiles and not many soldiers. Even though when politicians make peace, it's we soldiers who keep it.
Given our situation, it's smart to show friendship.
Though in these times you should be prepared for the alternative. But names. I know you, Pathfinder. I am Andraknor, a Heskal with the Resistance.
A Heskal?
Centuries ago, Heskal were special forces. We defended colonies, passing our training down via oral history. Few remember us today. I came to learn what the Milky Way knows of such things. I heard your father was part of a similar program, an N7.
What have you learned about the N7 program?
Human soldiers who trained on exotic worlds. Arcturus, Europa, Rio de Janeiro. They learn to fight in all environments on little food or sleep, to care for their injured, to lead. Is that accurate? Wasn't your father one of them?
He was one of the first N7s of that, even though he didn't stay in service. Didn't stop him teaching me and my brother a few tricks.
So, you carry a little of that knowledge with you, as well as your Pathfinder skills. N7 training would benefit my people. Heskal training would benefit yours. Perhaps a few war games. Show me how your skills Heskal recruit. Challenge yourself and teach me.
A chance to work with the Angaran best of the best? Absolutely.
Excellent. I'll activate our training beacons. Finding them can be your first test. After that, I look forward to learning.
Founder of the on behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center. Please have a look around.
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
All systems green. Entering atmosphere. LZ in sight.
Pathfinder Ryder, Sana Relar, xenobotanist for the Initiative, and my Baumgarten.
Genetics, to meet you.
But you probably shouldn't be out here alone.
I'm with her. She's quite fierce.
Your of accelerated evolution and rapid growth of nature here caught our interest.
We're analyzing everything we can for application on our own crops.
Interesting application if there's a way.
You understand the end goal?
If we learn to enhance the growth of plants and animals in non-destructive ways, we could end hunger. It would change everything for the Initiative. Our colonies could thrive virtually overnight.
Since you repaired the vault, things are returning to normal, but too quickly for us.
The accelerated life forms you want to study are decaying.
Scrambling to scan and catalog everything before it's gone.
Point me at the life forms you need.
Cycle?
Promising genetic markers to scan for.
For whatever help you can provide, Pathfinder. Run when you're finished.
Isabel would have blamed most.
I thought I could believe it. We came close to losing everything.
I am in danger. Plant a slow shuttle.
Need some.
Is everything all right? You seem...
What for that astute observation? Reports spread fast. After the Ket, you can't be too careful. Uj Anson, history. Listen, if there's nothing you need, could you go away? I'm busy trying to get off this curse.
I told my...
Joel, I hope you find your lost colonies.
No, they are not alone. The recent upheaval I'm told there are glyphs that resemble star charts. I better get to work.
Did this area. Pathfinder, the life forms in this area display accelerated growth markers.
Nice work.
Ket!
I thought this would be boring.
You may wish to scan the life forms in your immediate Pathfinder.
Think that's it.
Shields are up. I'll take.
These Angara carried more than weapons. They had research tech, data pack. Let's find out why. Let's do this. The Rokar were studying mutant wildlife too. Data pad camp.
Updating known data. Mission parameters changing.
You get from this?
The Rokar that with poison and natural.
3 guesses who that are. First 2 don't count.
It's the Rokar computer.
Acknowledge.
Let's
What have you brought us, Path?
I got jumped by Asians, hoping to use them against us.
Have any of their data?
Thing.
If nothing else, it may help us defend against future attacks.
All the mutated, I hope.
We're going to be overwhelmed, aren't we?
We'll...
The reports didn't do this world justice.
Director Outpost?
Frankly, it's impressive you... Given the planet's significance to the but not post, and the stability you brought, I received a thank you. That may be the first time I've heard those words in Andromeda.
It's not just about being a good neighbor. It helps us in the long term.
Practical and true. Just don't understand that nuance, but I do. This is the last one, Pathfinder. The last gold we'd lost. Although it's probably not enough to draw out one of Dr. Kennedy's trackers, you'll have to look in outpost systems elsewhere. They can think about instead of an out...
We're still doing important work.
Then tell them.
But we're not the only... and better discovered. On Havarl, we can work together. Contact doesn't end, and it isn't someone else's job.
Pathfinder, Addison out.
Don't know what caused that fire, but let's be careful.
Help!
Wonder what this does.
Glad we've got support.
Wonder if I'd get anything on the scanner. Those are the coordinates we were sent.
Larian Arc?
They won't mind.
We've got Ket! Enemy down!
Surprise! It was a setup.
Let's look around. They might have... From their gear, they were hoping to capture someone.
Probably about that. Though, if you'd broken a sweat, I'd be sorrier.
About the Solarian Arc?
Major Salin Vaughn, STG, retired, of course.
Espionage is a job that follows you home, or across galaxies.
Until there's nothing for it but to grow a... Let's be frank, there are too many inconsistencies that make sense if someone betrayed us to the Ket. But the evidence is thin, I've found, or I risk arresting an innocent man.
All right, I'm in. How do we catch your traitor?
I have 2 leads left. Dr. Adden's equipment and a Ket's handler. I need Sam to analyze them. If we show Dr. Adden's in regular contact with the Ket, that would prove he's the one.
What's the standard punishment for Ket collaborators?
People would settle for an angry mob, but I like to think justice made the trip out here. Remember, Dr. Adden's equipment and his Ket... This has to be watertight.
Leaving Havaral. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
All systems green.